Hi guys, merKado is here and welcome to part number 4 in our barely alive remake tutorial. Make sure you already saw all the first 3 parts and make sure you'll see part number 5 next week, which would be the last part. So today what we're going to make is two parts. The first one is this, and there's another one here. It sounds almost the same. Yeah, same sounds. And the second part is the first one actually, which is this white noise scratchy sound. Let's begin with the first sound, which is the car drift bassy sound and the beep. Let's see how it's done. So first of all, we're going to open a new MIDI clip and use Zebra. Where are you? Here are you. We use Zebra 2 synth. If you're not familiar with it yet, I think you should, because it's a very great synth. And I also upload a link below to this manual that you can see here about Zebra 2. Very interesting, very nice, and I very recommend to learn this synth, learn how to use it. We'll initialize the patch, and this is how it sounds. First thing we're going to do is press this button. What it makes, it's do a restart via gate, exactly the same in massive. So now every time I press, the sound sounds the same and is not changing. It starts from the same phase. Second thing is press here in the oscillator effects and choose the odd for even effect. The next thing is there's no next thing on this oscillator. This is the first oscillator. Second oscillator will be the second oscillator we put here on the second bass, whatever, and yeah, we also press the same button, the restart via gate. And for this, what we want to create is this thump sound that should be in the middle, in the beginning of the sound. So this is how we're going to create it. We're going to tune up 1 octave, maybe a little bit more, to give it more dirtier sound. And we're going, wait a minute, yeah, and we also want to connect it to the MSEG here. MSEG is a multi-stage envelope generator. So what we do is press this button and choose the first MSEG and drag it a little bit so it starts to make an effect on the tune. And drag the first square all the way up, and you can hear what it do. Now we want to make it shorter. Yeah. The next thing is connect the volume here in the mixer tab. Connect this wheel also to the first MSEG, so it will mute the sound when it's go down, because we don't want the second oscillator after the thump. So we drag the volume all the way down and drag the MSEG almost all the way up, and Next thing we want to do is maybe put a little bit of reverb on it. And maybe compression. Yeah, maybe too much compression. Okay, so also don't forget to make sure that here in the global tab the pitch band are up not by 2 but by 12 and down by 12. What this do is the same in massive. It's connect between the pitch band control automation inside your DAW to the Zebra 2 synth. I'll show you in a moment. Next thing we're going to do is to find the correct places of the MIDI clips, so I'll come back after I finish. Okay, so I put the correct MIDI notes in the right places, and I also play a little bit with the pitch band here inside the envelope, so I get more unique and cool sound. You can hear the playing with the pitch band, and that's what I told you before, that it's connected, the line is connected to here, to this pitch band control. Okay, so I came back after a little break I did, and I'm going to work through the next sound. This is the sound. This is the white mess whatever sound, and the technique that we're going to use to make it is something that's very close to a happy accident. What it means is that we're going to create a lot of messy, scratchy sounds and just look inside of it, find the coolest sounds, try to connect them together, and we'll see what we get. Probably we won't get the exact same sound, but I show you how I came up with this sound, and you can you can come up with your own cool sounds that way. So what I did for this sound is open massive. Where are you? Massive. And inside massive I initialize it, wavetable put in the middle, and choose the deep throat oscillator. Next thing, and the most important thing, is the filter here. The scratchy sound is come out from the comb filter. So we're going to choose the comb filter, and I show you exactly what I mean by it. If I put a little bit more feedback, you can hear the exact scratches that I'm talking about. So we're going to put an LFO on it. Maybe we'll play with the LFO rate here. And that should be it. Now only thing left to do is just configure the wheels that we want to automate. Here I already show you how I did it in another video tutorial, so you can go back and look for it if you don't understand what I'm doing right now. So I want to control the rate of the LFO speed, the LFO rate, and pitch maybe, and maybe the wavetable. Yeah, that should be it. Maybe the damping also. So what I'm going to do is create a very nice and long MIDI clip. Put a legato sound on it and automate and record automation for those buttons. Also record for the other buttons. And for the other two. So this is what I ended up with. Whatever, I'm going to freeze it and flatten it. And I get this sound clip here, audio clip, sorry. So I'm going to duplicate it a few more times. Probably try different plugins on it. Sorry, maybe I'll try on this one. I put Omniside and equalizer will be fine. For the equalizer, cut. Yeah, and maybe overdrive. Oops, too strong. Sorry. Yeah. So I like this one. So I freeze it and flatten it. And now I start to search inside of it. We can also delete this one, this channel. So now I'm going to zoom in and start to look up for interesting sounds. Usually if I find something interesting, I just copy it here. Oops. Maybe play a little bit here with it. Maybe change the transpose. Maybe warp it a little bit. Try with different algorithms. Yeah, till I get cool and interesting sounds. So I came back after playing with it a little bit and look inside of it, and I came up with those three. What I did was warping them a little bit, change the transpose of each audio clip here. Play with the algorithm. Maybe you can change it to beats or texture and complex or whatever. Just remember that complex and complex pro are reduced the sound quality, so unless you have to, try not to use them too much. So that's what I came up with after a few hours of working on it. And this is the exact sound. I also put a few VST plugins on it, like equalizer, override, compression, and this is the exact sound that I used in my remake. Let's hear it. So that's bring us to the end of today's tutorial. Next week what we're going to make is we're going to talk about the drums, and we'll try to recreate this awesome sound, this wah-wah sound. So make sure you follow, subscribe, so you won't miss anything. Please leave comments below and let me know if that was helpful for you, or if it didn't. I also want to know, and I hope to see you on the next tutorial. My name was merKado, and I'm out.